Hey Mickey, this is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So we're gonna go through a little bit, find out exactly what's going on, and I'm just gonna take you through and just show you, I don't know what maybe messed up with the last time, but I want to start off with kind of how the consumer would think, right? They put in something along the lines of a keyword called Painters, Syracuse, New York, right? I believe that's where you are. So what they do is they're searching for a service and they're searching for a location. This is how Google Ads work also. So if you don't have any of this kind of association on your website, obviously no one's going to find it. So you definitely Google needs to know what it is they want people to search for on your website. So if you have Painters, Syracuse, New York, boom, you'll be found a little bit better than if you have Painters near me. So I put that in, and this is what I find in the area. So we have, obviously an ad over here for, CertaPro, they're everywhere. But then we have your other GMB people. 30-40% of people will click on one of these guys, so it's important to have one, but you can go without. And then as far as the organic search goes, you definitely want to be in the number one spot because even if it's Yelp, people don't like Yelp, but still they'll click on it. So we got Yelp, we got CertaPro. I would kind of do CertaPro, but they are like everywhere. So I'm gonna leave them be, and I'm gonna go to Team Prestige Painting because they're pretty much they're local, and people like local. So we got home, about us, drop down menus, services, which is again a drop down menu. So they're doing well with this one because what you want to do is you want to be able to scroll to the thing you want and have them pick it. Now, deck staining and painting, that is a keyword almost. I would do deck staining, Syracuse, New York, deck painting, Syracuse, New York. People don't think about staining and painting. That's something like as an offhand thing, honestly. But when they want exterior painting, they know that pressure washing is something you need. I don't know why. Is there an internal? Like an interior pressure washing? Huh. What do I know? Testimonials, credentials, portfolio. These are very unnecessary for anything. I mean, you can just look at the company and look for a five-star review. Most people are lazy as hell, so they would rather not. But great photo. Here's how I can find out if they are done by a really good professional company, and they're not, because they would have saved this as one of those kind of keywords, which is again specific to location and specific to service. So that's how I already know that, somebody kind of threw something together. And then obviously it has more of an older style site, which is probably why they're doing well as far as ranking goes because they've been around for a while. Instead of it being more of a flow, it's got your attention shifting in three different ways. Again, we're all about the consumer, what they want. We want them to come on here, see a clean look without too many different things to distract them. We want them going straight to a phone call with you. But the one thing they are getting right is they are talking about it. Interior painting, including whole home repaints, and they talk a little bit about it. And they're not talking about the service. They're talking a little bit about more of, the results, which is, it's great. Exterior prep and painting services, revive your deck and staining with painting. They're doing really good by talking about it. The only thing I would say they really need is more of a tune-up to make it look a little bit more official. They also need pictures. Pictures, by the way, are, oh, this is new, but I mean, sure. Um, and then obviously service areas, all these little different spots that they have over here. But let me show you what it looks like on the back end for them. So their domain, a UR rating, by the way, is how strong a website is, right? So their website isn't that strong. Like I said, there's no real pictures on it. It's not done like as professionally. It's a little messy. And a DR rating is how much Google does trust them. Now, you do want those in the 30s and 40s. That's the perfect ratio, 1 to 1 as well. They have 113 backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it, and a referring domain is when it actually comes back to your website. Now, even out of those 21, they're only getting 13. So they're barely at 10%, and not all are created equal. You got some that are more spammy than others, like BuzzFeed and Wikipedia. You don't want those. You want blogs that are talking about strong, painting and stuff like that. You want them to be, authoritative to actually help your website. So as far as beating them out for backlinks and stuff, pretty easy. All you got to do is just take the 13 they have, which are do follow, and they might be something good, and then add an additional 20 on top, and easily beat them out for that. They also do have 151 organic keywords, so 150 different ways somebody can look them up. So big one is Painter, Syracuse, New York. 200 people a month search for it. They're getting 17 because they're in position number 6. Typically, you'll get about 10 to 20% when you're in the top, like, 3 spots. And then obviously Prestige Painting, yes, has a lot of volume searching for it. Not something I would ever search for because It's anyone in the United States can do that, right? It's not just in Syracuse. That's the problem. You need them to be very location specific and very service specific. Like this, it's just not worth it because again, most of those are probably in like Ohio. I mean, I don't know, I'm just making a name up. Like same thing with this. It's just not worth it. So if you have a lot of mumbo jumbo like that, yeah, it looks great. You got 151 different keywords or 146, but it's not going to help you out because I don't care how many people. I don't care if you get all 800 of them. What's the odds that they're in Syracuse, New York? It's like out of 330 million people, yeah, no, or the world. You know, house painting, Syracuse, New York, great. 50 people search for it. He's getting 10%. He's in position 5. So positioning is very important. So I wanted to show you kind of and I just went to Syracuse. I don't know if that's the only area you want or if you want more, but I put in different variations of what it is you would want, right? Painting, drywall, washing exterior, all different kind of variations. I got rid of Dunfold. I don't know why Dunfold is on there. Hold on. Dunford, that's why. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I'll just put in a new one. Dunford. Boom. Show results. Okay, so basically there are 16 different things that you would want going on in your residential website. Now, 860 people a month are searching for that, right? And this is just a cursory look. I didn't even go, so all I did was Syracuse. So I'm pulling up the map now. Hopefully it pulls right up. So this is obviously Syracuse. Oops, did I go too close in? Yeah, I didn't know if maybe you want to go to Auburn, maybe you want to go to Rome, Utica, New Hartford, Pulaski, Oswego, or even just Baldwinville, or Portland. I just did Syracuse, and that's it. So with that, 860 people a month are searching for any kind of service you're offering, whether it's pressure washing, whether it's deck repair. I don't know if you do deck repair, whether it's drywall. So as you can see, there's volume. Here's the cool thing. I'm going to teach you a little bit about keyword difficulty. Keyword difficulty is when there's competition in the area for specific keywords. If Google sees that, 1,000 people are looking for painter Syracuse, New York, and putting it on their website, then the keyword difficulty goes up. But here they're all ones, twos, and threes. I mean, you got 1-4 over here for power washing Syracuse, New York, which isn't that bad actually. And most of these don't have any, which is great because that means that it's going to be very easy to rank you to the top of the website. Now, this is again just Syracuse, but if you wanted to branch out, you can probably find 4 to 5 times the amount of this for residential painting. There might be commercial in here, like 1 or 2 things for commercial, but I doubt it. Yeah, see, not much. So that's where the possibilities come from. Now, the second half of this is yes, we have the volume. And typically, you'll get 10% of the total volume when you're ranked number 1 to your website. Actually, like I said, 10-15% when you're in the top 3 spots. But I mean, it can go up to 20 if you're number 1. But if you're number 1, let's just go with the low end. 5% of all these people will call you and do a form submit. Now, a form submit is when you have that thingy that says, put your name, put your number, and put your email in there, and then why are you calling us? That's a form submit. So you have to figure out, how people like contacting you. Some like email, some like text, some like Facebook, whatever it is. But the idea is to make them comfortable with that. So let's say only 5%, that's 43 people a month. And even if you're terrible at, sales, 25% typically will convert over to a job, which is what, like maybe 11 people. So that's about 10 new jobs a month with just 860. So if we jump up and we look at more, if we jump up from that and we do um, I don't know, all the surrounding areas as well, and we get very hyper focused on it. Let's say it jumps to 4,000 people. That's still, 200 people a month. 25% of that is still 50 new jobs a month. That's typically what happens when you rank number 1. So I know that was a very long-winded, but I did want you to kind of see what's going on. Now, the last thing, and you may have all the keywords in there, but if you don't have backlinks and referring domains, the keywords don't mean shit because it'll just look nice, but Google won't trust you, they won't rank you high, and you won't get anywhere with that. So solidifying your spot, you need good, strong backlinks and referring domains as well. And that's where the website kind of you can leave alone as long as it's set up, but this is where there's constant supervision for. You need to keep adding and you need to keep doing. Well, that's really all I got, Mickey. I really hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I will put in the email. I will, give you my website link so you can go and take a look at that. Again, I've never used it simply because, You just don't like all the people I know who are doing extremely well. They have their website out there. They don't use it simply because we go and we find our clients for us. Anyway, have a good one, Mickey. Any questions? Like I said, reach out. Bye.